Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, very recently I had made a video with a few of the current students of Christ University, and under that video, one of the major doubts that I was getting was around MBA of Christ University, because recently Christ University has opened up the form for its MBA, and today luckily I have with me current second year students of MBA. Guys, first of all, thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedules to doing this, and thank you so much, Pooja, for putting this team together. Now, guys, why this team is important is because literally all of them are from different specializations. So, whether you are wanting to do marketing or finance or HR or business analytics, we have representation from all of these people. Before all these people introduce themselves, I just want to tell you that please watch this video till the very end, because literally any doubt that you have regarding the MBA program of Christ University, everything will be clear, from the admission process to the placements, internships, life on campus, things they do on the weekends, party life, Bangalore life, life ahead, everything I will try covering in the most candid and in the best possible manner. So yes, guys, thank you so much for taking out some relaxation time maybe from your Sunday afternoons and doing this. Quickly, if you all could introduce yourself, and then we'll take it from there. So Abhinandan, go for it.
I'm Abhinandan. So I did my UG, that is BCom from Mysore University. Then searching for MBA college, I choose Christ University only because of its reputation. Whenever you search in Google, the first college that could come for your recommendation is Christ. Then I searched about Christ. I asked some alumni of Christ as well as those seniors who have passed out. One of my immediate brother was studying in Christ, so I thought of asking him itself. He said, "If you want the reputation of Christ, you want to see that, you just have to join the Christ itself." So I thought of joining Christ. I just gave my MAT exam. I got a good score, and got into the Christ as well. So currently pursuing my second year in Christ.
And that too in finance as a specialization, right?
Yes, sure.
Yes,
Finance.
awesome.
Hello everyone. My name is Pooja Rastogi. I'm born and raised in Delhi, and I'm 24 years old. I'm pursuing MBA in marketing from Central Campus Bangalore, Christ University, obviously. And I'm highly interested in strategic marketing, content creation, and storytelling. Through that, I aspired to work in various roles as marketing and sales intern to develop my skills ahead. And I'm currently the marketing club POC in our marketing club in our college. And yeah, in my free time, I swim, I play badminton, and yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
That's really very good. Vignesh.
Yeah, so hi everyone, myself Vignesh Aditya. I belong from Hosur, which is in the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So you can either call me a localite also. So yeah, and yeah, I have a brief experience of 3.5 years in corporate. So post that, you know, I thought of fast tracking my corporate career furthermore. So I thought IIM's okay, fine, but in after a corporate job, getting money, getting hands on the money, and then coming back to study is a very big task to do. So I thought, okay, why put too much pressure on yourself? Just go for it. Then I found Christ, which has both the perks of an IIM and probably much more lenient in syllabus, or probably much more easier way of doing an MBA. So there, here I am in, and I'm doing my HR in MBA.
So myself Pratibha, I did my bachelor's in computer applications, and post my graduation I wanted to do MBA. So I gave CAT as usual and I couldn't get top 5 IIMs. So when I was searching for MBA colleges, my graduate seniors recommended Christ. So they were alumni of Christ and they had a great experience in Christ. So they recommended me to join Christ. So that's why I joined Christ.
And which specialization are you doing?
I'm from business analytics. So
Awesome.
it is
Okay.
aligning with my UG core also.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name's Rahul, and it's very great to connect with you all. First of all, and I'm basically a resident of Bangalore itself, born, bought it, probably gonna die also here. And so I am a computer science engineer. I passed in 2021, and post that I hold profound 2.5 to 3 years of experience. I worked in pre-sales of IT, basically B2B, and I worked as a business analyst, account manager, as well as I did jobs of project management as well. And post that, I was also planning for my studies abroad in UK, and so because of some delays in visa and stuff, I started preparing for my CAT and MAT along with working alongside. And then I got into the top tier university, that is Christ, and I was exploring. I was actually confused between picking on business analytics or LOS. And since I saw an inclination of my skill sets towards project management, which is why I chose a specialization of lean operations and systems. So I'm currently there in my second year now.
Wow. So great. Again, whenever you guys are giving me your introduction, I'm loving it because all of you are from different specializations, which is good because people who'll be watching, I don't know which specialization they would be taking. Now, guys, I will go step by step. Some of you here are having good amount of work experience, and some of you jumped as freshers. And I know each of them have got their own pros and cons. But last to last year, when you were looking for various B schools across, what is it that you were targeting? Which all colleges did you actually get selected, and then why did you choose Christ over the others? And I know everybody's decision is going to be different. Somebody was looking for colleges only in Bangalore, somebody could not get a good CAT score, somebody was rejected from IIM, or whatever the case may be. But I want you guys to be honest and tell me your journey, of which all colleges you basically got admission in, and why did you choose Christ. One reason will be great. Abhinandan.
So yeah, I got good math score. After that, as usual, one question arose: which college to join? So I had three preferences. One is SDM IMD in Mysore. Second is Christ University in Bangalore. And third is GIBS, which is almost one of the good B schools in Bangalore. So I applied to Christ as well as these two colleges as well. Christ admission usually happens earlier, so I got into Christ interview as well. So I got selected to Christ, but this SDM's interview was in February, but I had to block my seat in Christ. Therefore, I thought I didn't had more time to think for SDM itself, so I chose Christ. So Gibbs interview didn't happen itself, but I had applied for that as well.
Okay. So, Abhinandan, my question to you is why did you only appear for MAT, and why did you not give any other competitive exam like a ZAT or CMAT or CAT or SNAP or, NMAT?
Actually, yeah, I joined time for this coaching format. When I spoke with the teacher, they said, "Which is your target business schools?" Like I told them, like these were the target business schools like SDM as well as my Christ, where they accept majorly MAT school is enough for you to get into these colleges. So my faculty who were teaching in time, they said, try to do good in math itself. Therefore, you will be able to get selected in Christ. So my major focus was in math. So I did math. I got good score, and I'm in Christ now.
Awesome. Okay, Pooja, what about you?
So I basically gave a CAT, MAT, SNAP, and yeah, that's all. And I got in DY Patil B School, Villinkar, and Christ, of course. So thereafter, like I'm texting everybody over LinkedIn, okay, hi, this all the alumni and everybody connecting. And I had some like my cousin sister who knows about Christ as main. So she told me you should definitely go for Christ. I understand the cons, but we'll talk about that later. But then you should definitely go among all the colleges you've gotten, you should definitely go to Christ as a main because of the reputation, brand image, the discipline, and holistic
Yeah,
development, of
full
course.
keywords you've given
So,
from the website. Proper marketing girl you've become.
yeah,
Okay,
so
Vignesh.
that's
Yes.
the main.
Got it.
Word of mouth was the main reason I went for the Christ.
Got it. Vignesh.
Yeah, so I just gave a CAT exam because I really didn't have any hope on clearing any other exams because I really suck at math. So yeah, then see, the main thing I looked at was the ROI, right? Christ actually gives you a very good ROI, and the fees compared to any other B school in and around, and to this stature of a B school, I don't think any other B school gives you this less fees and good placements also, so that you could cover your ROI probably in a year or so, right? Either you can get it in an IIM or you can get it in Christ.
Oh, that's
That's
a very
the
big
idea
statement
of
to
it.
make, yeah?
Yeah, actually, I'm not even joking, right? Because see, if you consider other colleges, for example, if you take ICFI, right? ICFI or any Taiwan or Taito colleges, right? You either have to shell out some 15 lakhs, 16 lakhs, or probably near to 20 lakhs, because IIMs go somewhere near 35 lakhs, right? So 20 lakhs if you're shelling out, so the ROI that you're getting is probably within 1.5 years, or probably in 2 years, you're going to cover that money, right? But in Christ, the fees that our batch had was, I think, 9 lakh 75 or 10 lakhs, around 10 lakhs, if you can say, right? So covering 10 lakhs in an MBA, that too in a year. And Christ, obviously, as we before this started, also we were discussing about the placement and stuff, which probably we'll discuss again, right? So the packages that the companies are coming with, right? Probably if you get placed in those companies, you can even cover your fees in like 6 months or 7 months also down the lane, which is a very big advantage that I saw in Christ, and that's the reason I came down to Christ. And yeah.
Got it. What about you, Pratibha?
So my main reason to choose Christ is like I had two options. Either I have to pursue, I'm from Chennai, so I got into VIT and SRM. In Bangalore, it was Christ and Joseph's. So I wanted to, I mean, everybody, every colleges I got in was like equally competent. So my trade-off was Christ brand name and obviously ROI, as Vignesh said. And my the alumni whom I spoke to, they had really good experience in terms of placements, in terms of learning also. So they recommended. None of your alumni, if you go reach and ask, they told the reality and they told the positives also. So they're like, yeah, Christ is a very good opportunity to build yourself. Since I didn't have any experience, Christ builds you and give you that confidence. Was suggested my peers also. So I chose Christ.
Fair enough. What about you, Rahul? I mean, plans of going outside and then landing back here in Bangalore again. So how was it like?
Yeah, it was actually a big step. So when I actually my UK plan got cancelled, it was I had got admission in one of the university known as Surrey, which was really good. So I thought, okay, I need to match that level somewhere if I'm doing. So I thought probably I'll look into somewhere in Europe again. But again, knowing how UK's economy is doing, I thought probably now is not the good time to take that step. And I was like, okay, if I'm doing it in India, let me look at what are all the universities that take tradition for the same level and standard. And then I started with ISB, Indian School of Business, and Symbiosis Pune, which was and the challenge for me was I was not able to take out much time for preparation also. And I was like, ISB had a very attractive eligibility criteria that it said 2 years of working experience is the main eligibility to get into ISB. It might be changed now. Back then it was that. So I thought, okay. And then I came across Christ when I started interacting with the alumni of Christ and when I started looking at the profiles. Christ holds a very diverse background of people coming in from different educational aspects and different experience level also. In fact, you won't believe in my class there is a person who's 50-year-old and he's still serving in the Indian Army and he's currently on a sabbatical, and there are people who have kids who have worked in corporate for 10 years 8 years also, and there are absolute freshers who are learning from them. So this is the level of diversification even what B schools such as IM and everything looks into. So when I was getting that here for the expected ROI, as Vignesh also told, I was like, why not? And Pele, I got into Christ, the Lavasa campus in Pune, and but since the main campus was just 5 kilometers from my home, I was like, no, I appeared for another exam saying, no, I want the main campus itself. I even don't want Kengeri. And I got into it, and it worked fine for me.
Amazing, great stories, guys. Again, the reason, like, I like the fact that you guys are very openly sharing this, and it's a good bit because everybody, want dreams of getting into IIMs, which obviously everybody would if they could got a chance, but everyone's got in a different profile, right? Somebody cannot prepare for CAT, somebody's not got that much money to shell, somebody is not very good with quants and all that, somebody's not got a great profile. So my reason of also making this video is to just give clarity. See, Christ is not perfect. At the end of the day, you and I both know it's not the best B school in the country. It's not even in the top 10. It might not even be in the top 20. But the thing is, whatever you are looking for, if an institute provides that, great. It also has its pros and cons, right? Like how we were discussing before the call. Also, Christ is super strict, it's super hectic. All those things are there. Placements also sometimes each year, up and down. But you guys are praising about the placements, which is a good thing. Now, my next question is again on the preparation strategy. When obviously I understand one competitive exam has to be given and Christ is lenient because they are only looking it as an eligibility criteria. is not a determinant for you to get into Christ. Their determinant to get into Christ is your group discussion, your interview, your micro presentation, your skill assessment. What all did you guys do in terms of preparation? And if you guys watched my videos, what did you do? I mean, just share your personal anecdotes of how your interview went. Any unique insights you'd like to share with somebody who's appearing for the interview? I mean, I also have my interview preparation 101, and for all the people who are watching the video, they can definitely see me for that where I take the mock. But what did you guys do separately other than taking those mocks and all that, and share that too?
Like as you mentioned, most of the people when they get into Christ, first thing before getting into Christ, first thing they look into the YouTube videos. So I too saw that. Firstly, I saw your video where you interviewed different people about their experience of getting into Christ. Then I thought that I should work on it because it's not like just getting into the interview and I'm getting selected. Because most of the people who came with us, like from our college, only 8 people came to the interview and only two were selected. That me and my friend. That's where the price usually filters most of it. So I thought of molding myself so that the Christ gonna take me because I hardly wanted to get into other colleges than Christ because when I entered into the campus, I thought this campus I should be studying here. This campus is made for me, is what thought that came from me. Then I took myself my interview in front of the mirror and built some confidence in myself and saw some YouTube videos of yours and got some insights from them. Then for those my is where I felt it's quite difficult for me before, but later I completely worked on it, like building confidence. Spot topic is what that makes me quite more easier for me now because whenever I'm the POC as well as the core committee member for finance. Only because of the confidence levels of speaking, I got into this, and we are into organizing as well. So, like this, the initial initiatives that came from your insights, from your videos, which helped a lot for getting into Christ.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Abhinandan. What about you, Pooja?
So talking about the preparation, I almost like watched YouTube videos from Studybuzz and different various apps for quants and all that to prepare for my maths, as everybody does. And I started improving my communication skills through various techniques, talking in the mirror and all that, because Christ focuses on your communication skills as well. Because I actually gave everything twice because I was from Delhi. So first I went to Delhi NCR and gave my GD interview and micro presentation, and then again I came to Bangalore campus, so I gave it all over again. So it was 2 times for me, although I never wanted to stay in Delhi campus as my dad wanted me to be, but yeah, I just came Bangalore
I think you
because
took a
it's
good
central.
decision. Good decision.
If you ask me, I really did not really prepare for anything because after listening to Pooja and Abhinandan, I think I should have done more homework on myself. But then when I came to this interview process, because uh, you know the mail came a bit earlier, okay, but then it really went out of my mind. And one fine day, again a notification came in, yaar, tumhara hai aisa interview, please come. Oh my goodness. Then I remembered my mom started asking me, you said you have some interview process for Christ University. When are you going? When is the date? And I'm like, अरे यार मैं तो भूल ही गया. Then, then probably it was just a day after that, and yeah, I randomly came in, and by God's sake I
No,
got
no,
into
it's not.
Christ. But then
Vignesh, Vignesh is not God's grace. It's your work experience. When Christ faculty would have seen 3.5 years work experience, they're like, "Isko to chahiye chahiye class mein." With all the freshers, people with work experience, they improve their profile. So it was not God's grace. It was your work experience.
Kavach, I tell you, he is
I
really
didn't know कि
intelligent.
उन्होंने
He is
क्या देखा
intelligent.
मेरे में.
Acha, that means he's playing like the
He's
dark
very
horse.
smart.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that I'm smart. You can say I'm street smart. Yes,
Ah,
जुगाड़ हो जाता है.
बढ़िया, बढ़िया. Good one.
Terms of preparation, I just gave the MAT and CAT since in my final year, all my friends were giving, okay, chal do MBA. Okay, I'll also give. Though I had placements also in my UG, I gave, okay, I don't know whether I get placed or not, and my parents want me to do masters, so I'm like, okay. So I just gave the entrance exam, and preparation was like everybody was stressing on current affairs and GD preparation and communication, and like just reading news every day, like just surfing while surfing on Instagram, just read the news pages. That's it. Just know the headlines while you go for the interview. And that happened for me when I was giving interview. I just saw a notification. I was subscribed to Mint, so it was like Paytm is like has had some issue in that point of time, and that was asked in my GD. So current
Wow.
affairs was the preparation point. And
Wow.
micro presentation was like general topics. They give you some 75 topics beforehand, and you have to just talk for a 90-second timer. And post that, you'll have GD. GD was like you have to show your communication skills. Before giving Christ interview, I had given a couple of MBA interviews in 2-3 colleges before coming to Christ. So I had a mix of experience like how a GD goes, because as a fresher, I've never given GD. So at that point of time, I was like, okay, you talk and give a point and you're done.
Wow.
So the GD was quick, and PI was with good professors. The college renowned professors take you interviews, and there'll be 2 panel members, and they also did ask, if you're a fresher, they asked your subject questions too, also your current affairs, and if you're experienced, they'll ask you from your work ex also. Some of
Correct.
my friends had questions based on their work experience, and they were also questioned few if they were from finance background, finance concepts. CS background, CS concepts. I was asked literally what is the difference between Java and Python since I did computer
Easy.
applications. So they just know you well during your interview. Like present yourself well in the interview.
So one thing, I won't get into the technical part of clearing exams, that is verbal ability or quants data interpretation. I feel like people who are preparing for MBA rather know it better. So starting from Christ, of course, you need a certain composite score to get into Christ, be it MAT or CAT. So post that stage, there is something known as micro presentation, as someone was Pratibha was saying. So I feel like what Christ sees is what Vignesh called it street smart, right? They look into something which is quick on your feet. They give you a topic and what knowledge you already possess and how you can present it verbally and how you can structure it is what they primarily look into. So if you can make up for that part, how to sell yourself, how to present yourself, and beat the group discussions, and it's just not about taking the upper hand, or there is a huge difference between a debate and a group discussion. So they just don't look into you defeating the other person, while as where you're maintaining the temperament of the whole discussion and how you bring it all up. They give certain points for that also. And the whole present and the personal interview, what they have is based on either work experience. And for me, since I was a computer science engineer and I held some experience in that, they asked me something into AI developments that was coming into the picture, and which was the trendy topics in tech. So something related to that. And if they see a certain diversification from your work to your experience and now your MBA, so can you please connect me these dots and why you want to pursue MBA? So things like that.
Great, guys. I think this is very honest, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching it is getting a lot of clarity. For the other people who said that they did not really prepare much, I don't fully agree, because trust me, when I talk to students who've gotten rejected, they're literally crying कि भैया कुछ भी कर दो, बस क्राइस्ट में करवा दो, जैसे भी करवा दो। नहीं यार, there's so many other B schools. Look into this, look into this. क्राइस्ट में ही जाना है, क्राइस्ट में जाना है. Interview clear करवाओ, micro presentation clear करवाओ, all of that. But I'm glad. I mean, each one of you made it through, which is a good thing. I strongly believe, again, being a Christ myself, they look at the personality, they look at your storytelling skills, and obviously every individual's interview is going to be different, everybody's micro presentation topic is different, but they look at what you bring on the table. And if you do that well, if you sell yourself well, which is that's when they select you. And that's what we try to do. I mean, I spend my living training people to get into, like, helping them prepare for interviews, micro presentations, doing these mocks and all those things. Now, guys, I mean, before, when we were talking, you guys told me that there are about 600 people in the central campus of Christ University. And uniquely, I did not know about this, that the female male ratio is very different, which means 40% male and 60% female, which again is very unique. Usually, you would see a lot more of males, and that again is a very different thing. And people with work experience, non-work experience, all that. I want to double down on the specialization. Now, each one of you is doing different specializations, but guys, quickly tell me what is so different about your specialization. Like, what is somebody who is in marketing learning very differently? What somebody who is in lean operation learning very differently? So keep it short, but tell me, I mean, if people are not sure which specialization that they should take, what have you been doing differently in, like, say, finance or HR? I would just want to learn about that. So, let's start with Vignesh, you this time. Keep it short.
Yeah. So first thing first, in the first two trimester, everybody will get a taste of each specialization subjects. Okay, so you'll get two subjects in 2 trimester. You'll have an idea of what you can expect, and there will be orientations given on what can be expected from each specialization. Right. When it comes down to HR, so HR has a very small population. Okay, it has been consistent through all the years. Right, you will have a maximum of 50 to 60 people in the whole of HR, where others have some 200, 300 people sitting down and fighting for placements during the placement period. But then see, one thing in HR is the staffs are amazing. The faculties are amazingly good. And one of the top faculty researchers are from HR, right? So you wouldn't have any problem in your research, doing a research or your master thesis or anything. And it's like an open door system. You can just go to your faculty's cabin and you can ask anything. And since it's a very small crowd, it's like a family, basically, because every staff would know every student's name.
Wow.
And there is no particular staff where this staff goes to only this class or this staff only goes to this class, because in marketing, if you take for example, they have some 4-5 sections in central campus, right? So not all the staffs go to all the classes, but then here all the staffs come to only one class. So that's a very big advantage.
Okay.
being in HR. And other than that, the case study methodology that they use, and the presentations, or the plays that we do, not the plays I should say, but then role plays in the class that we do to learn things better. It's in common, I think, in all the specializations.
So I would say, like, in our marketing specialization, there are 180 students as per. So there's a huge competitive crowd. Plus, like, everybody is really helpful in according to, in competition or in any of your case competition or anything in the class per se. So the section is there you get the opportunity of amalgamation of your knowledge and how people are freshers and how people are experienced and how they, amalgamate and share their knowledge. This is actually I have seen in marketing as per se. And the workshops we have gotten, like for B2B workshops and various workshops we get, it is very unique opportunity to learn from the basics, and they teach you how to sell yourself, like how you will present, make it like a 1 minute lift what is it? Elevator, 1 minute lift elevator speech. I'm just forgetting the
Elevator pitch,
keyword. Yeah, elevator pitch. So how can you present yourself? How can you market yourself? And there's a huge lot in marketing and very interesting.
My specialization is finance. It is completely opposite to what Vignesh said. Theirs are the least and ours is the highest. As always, every year, if you see, finance will be the crowded specialization. We have around 220 people in finance in central campus and around 6 to 7 sections for this. Knowing that finance would be most crowded, people often choose finance only because of its scope or the long-term thing what you have, career path you can mainly see. Basically, those who love to play with numbers, as well as those who want to pursue their career further in finance, interested in playing with numbers as mentioned, you can choose finance. Basically, I chose finance because I was little strong with accounting. That I did my BCom. I was strong with accounting and such. That's why I chose my specialization as finance. And currently going good with finance because I'm trying to learn more about finance specializations, which is really great in finance.
So yes, talking something about lean operations and systems. For the crowd, it's pretty clear actually, because the large chunk of people, as Abhinandan told, who want to take finance will take finance, who want to take marketing will take marketing. That's the huge population of Christ. And after that, people who join MBA for HR specifically will take HR. Coming on to which, after that, there is a slight confusion between either to take business analytics or lean operations and systems. So in that sense, if you are business analytics concentrates on much more of the technicality part of it, where you're into data churning or something like that. And if you look into operations, that is warehouses, supply chain, optimization, lean efficiency, and all that you take, and usually Christ doesn't have a dual specialization. But in this thing, I'm not telling that we have dual specialization, but we have a categorization, that is lean operations, which falls into operations bucket, and IT systems. So IT systems is something separate. So in fact, I have opted for only IT system subject. I'm not an operations guy in core. So they have segregation like that, and you see supply chain related MBA specialization is very rare in MBA colleges. It's still introducing, and it is something that is quite on demand in the market. So if you're looking for any a project manager or a product sort of a role, either in IT systems or either in operations, you can easily offer lean operations and systems. And especially about the faculties, since we are into manufacturing and everything, the faculties what they've had for Christ Lean Ops also, they are like very seasoned industry professionals. We have some of the experienced people compared to any other specialization in LOS. So they give you a different perspective, not just reading from the chapters, but this is how it works in the industry. In fact, they talk about unions, they talk about what is really in the industry out there, and it just opens different perspectives, and that's about LOS.
Great. Pratibha, you're doing business analytics. I think it's becoming one of the most demanded
Yeah.
specializations. So, what is so different about it? What is it that you're learning which is very
Yeah,
unique?
in terms of business analytics, it is technically oriented. Like you work with, it's a completely hands-on course, and we all have project-based course. Like business analytics is the only specialization which has all its core subject is hands-on. It's like technically you have case-based in the classes and use case discussions, and you have to present your project as if you're presenting to your senior manager. That type of course structure is planned. And in terms of domain, business analytics, it's not completely technical. So you have the scope of choosing your domain. It's not like completely focused. If you take finance, you're completely in core finance, core marketing. Whereas in terms of business analytics, you have the option to choose your domain. And analytics now it is widespread across all domains. So we have a mix of marketing analytics, supply chain analytics going, and digital product management. So there's an option to choose. The pool has the option to choose. I wanted to pursue financial analytics. Yes, I can. Marketing analytics, you can. Supply chain analytics, yes. Project management, product management also, you are okay to go. So I have a variety mix in business analytics. So that's why I took up business analytics. And there is non-tech people in BA where they learn coding and Python, and they are also very good performing. They haven't learned programming all over their life, and they started from scratch and they perform really well actually in MBA.
That's
So
a very good
BA,
thing, Pratibha, that you mentioned, because I was going to ask you this, that there are a lot of people who come to me as well, who are from commerce backgrounds, humanities backgrounds, and they want to do business analytics. So, are they eligible to do it if they join? Can they really make it? And is learning coding easy?
yeah, and learning coding, I would not say easy, but if you have the interest to pursue it, definitely. You have the faculties working, and my personal my mentor. We have mentors here. Like there's a cohort, each has a professor mentor, and my mentor especially he's a data scientist and he's worked in the US, and he's very supportive, and he helped me to do a lot of projects. And the faculties are very supportive. We have the very best faculties, and they don't push you to a bookish knowledge, and they make you as if you're a business analyst, as if you're in a company working for a manager or for a client. They make you think that way, so you know better of the industry insights. And when I went for my summer internship, I was like, I'm literally doing what I did in my course. And though it was 3 months down in business analytics, literally whatever subjects I studied in business analytics was applied. And even my corporate mentor was surprised, like, you did you know all this? So the course is very industry oriented, I say. It is not like college is different and companies are different. It's very aligned with the industry, I would say. And faculties are like very supportive, and in terms of master thesis or live projects or any other thing, they support you in and out. And we have professors from external professors from IIM who is currently working in companies. They come teach us. So we have product management course. So one of our faculty, he's from IIM Calcutta. He comes, and we have a professor for supply chain, and he has around 16 years of experience, and he's very good in helping you out. And they make sure they season the content that you understand very easily. That is what I.
Okay, guys, Abhinandan had to leave because he was required somewhere else. But again, thanks to Abhinandan for being a part of this. Guys, thank you so much for sharing details of your various specializations. I feel even though this video is becoming long, I feel the information that you guys are genuinely sharing is good and it's going to be super valuable for anybody who watches this. Now, my next question is about the whole ROI aspect. Honestly speaking, few years back when I was checking the Christ University placement stats, they were not that great. I think at at that time all the B schools were generally struggling with placements and all that. Before we started recording this video, you guys were really optimistic on the placements and all that. We will get into placements in a bit from now, but I wanted to ask you, and anybody can answer, one person. Does Christ University really help in getting internships after your first year? If yes, how does that process work? If no, how many people actually get internships? How many don't? Anybody, one person can answer this for the whole group. Anybody who wants to volunteer.
See, the main point is internships do come. Okay. So, for example, like Lycius came in, Ron came in, and there are actually, to be very specific about it, marketing, finance kind of get a lot of opportunities, but then the others have to go fetch it.
Okay.
That's the scenario.
So, Vignesh, if you have to break it for me, like out of 600 people, how many people are actually able to get internships from Christ itself? And how many then have to find it on their own using their own networks and LinkedIn and all of those things?
Okay. I do not have a precise number to say, but then, yeah, you can say a 50-50
Okay, so
kind of a
about
thing.
so that means about 300 people get internships from Christ. Like these companies are coming on Christ campus and selecting people for internships.
Yeah, the companies are coming and through faculties also. You do not really need to go out of the college to fetch an internship. It's not that the company directly comes, it's the faculties also who help in, getting internships and stuff.
Wow. Okay. Now coming to the main masala question, which is about placements. Now you guys are not in IM, so obviously we are not expecting like huge packages, but like Vignesh said, you are paying about 10.5 lakh rupees. And if you get a decent return on investment, this is what maybe is the task of, like, it depends on your priorities and what you're looking for. But tell me guys, what's the scene in terms of placements at Christ? What's the highest package? What's the average package? What's the lowest package? What are the companies that are coming? One person can answer that, and then individually you guys can tell me where is it that you are headed, and if anybody has gotten placement from Christ, and how is your individual internship experience. So I would want to know that. But firstly, let's clear the elephant of the room by talking about placements.
Okay, I can take that. I feel like the placements vary depending on specializations, of course. And every specialization has that one huge whale company, and also certain companies which are on the middle tier and which come for lower packages also. So all sorts of companies do come. So in fact, if you say marketing, there is ITC which came for, I don't know, Pooja can clear the sheet. They came anywhere between 15 to 20, I guess. And in finance, if you see, there was Shell, which also came for 18 lakh CTC. And or any other specializations also, there have been certain companies like that. I don't know the exact packages which vary for
I think for
specialization.
LOS, Lam Research also came, right? Down.
Oh, yes,
I'm not
Lam
sure.
came.
Lam came
So
for 16, I think. 16.
yes, and so these are there are some of the top tier companies which come for some of the packages on the very high end. And if you say, I feel like an average is anywhere between 9 to 11 or 9 to 12 also. And there are fewer companies, not going to lie, which comes for even 7 or 5 or anything like that. So I feel like it's pretty balanced, but with the volume of applicants what we have in MBA, I feel like you can't rush and get disappointed over it. Whereas in you take in your time and you seize the company and preferably the role that you're looking for.
Okay, I have a question for you, Vignesh and Rahul both. Now, you both come with work experience. Now, in comparison to Pratibha, she doesn't come with work experience. So, is there any way that, what if you guys are sitting for the same company with the same package? Like, is that possible? Or is it that because Vignesh and Rahul, you guys have like better work experience, are you getting higher packages than your cohort? It's a general question that I'm asking.
I don't think so. That will make much of a difference. I feel like there is a pro for each one of us, freshers and experience. For example, now recently Deloitte came, and they came with the criteria that we are hiring only 0 to 12 months of experience people. So whereas in me and Vignesh clearly won't be eligible to sit for placements in Deloitte for that particular roles which came in that. Whereas in very few companies which also come saying we are looking for 2 to 4 years of pre-MBA work experience. So I feel like 20% of the companies has the segregations, but the rest 80% of the companies what come into the picture, we will be let into apply as a pool itself. So, and initially, I feel like me and Vignesh can play a role once we sit on the interview seat and we can showcase our experience. But to get shortlisted and to get till there, we are all on the same page based
Okay.
on their eligibility and shortlisting criteria, percentages, and all of that. And that has a pivotal role.
Fair enough. I think great answer. The reason why this question came into my mind is because, see, guys, I keep touring B schools all the time. I'm there talking to students, see what's happening. So some of them were telling me that what is happening nowadays is that companies are seeing people with work experience and non-work experience, even though companies like say coming for a package of 15 lakhs. But if they see Vignesh with a 3.5-year work ex, they are automatically giving him a 22 lakhs in comparison to somebody with like a 15 lakh fresher. So that is also happening. Hopefully it changes in the coming time. So guys, what I can make from you, because I want to again put it for the people who are watching it, because they always ask me about placements and what's the reality. I feel let's what with what information that you've given is that the lowest is around 5.5 lakh rupee package. Average is around 9 to 12 lakh rupees, which is basically the fees that you're paying to Christ. Highest goes to about 17-18 lakh rupees. Does that make sense? Perfect. And then
Yeah, you
companies
can
are,
put it that way
yes.
because last year I think it was much higher. I think somewhere around
It was
33 lakhs was the
22.
highest.
It was
22.
22
Acha.
lakhs,
No,
I think.
last year was 33. Visa came.
Yeah,
33.
last year was
Oh, yeah.
33.
Yeah,
Yeah,
visa
last
came.
year was
Yeah.
33 lakhs. Uh, but yeah, it all depends on the market also, right?
Correct.
Because
And for you guys,
Hmm.
I mean, it's too early to say the numbers because you're just starting with your second year right now. So companies will come. We will only be able to come out these real stats next year around March,
Yep.
April, by the time that you guys graduate to see what's the highest package. But just for the benefit of, because see, I don't want to promise any wrong numbers. I say 33 lakhs,
Hmm.
everybody will believe that sabka 33 lakhs ka lag raha hai. Or, 22 lakhs ka lag raha hai. So that way,
No.
the real number for majority of the people is
Real.
around 9 to 12 lakhs. Rest depends on your work experience, how good you are, which company you get in, which specialization you're doing, all that. So I think, guys, this was a very important question. Now, quickly, each one of you can share your experience of internship. Like, where did you do it? Whether Christ helped you to get it, not help you to get it, and whether you were able to convert it to a PPO and all that. So, Pooja, go for it.
Being a marketing specialization, I got in wrong fashion retail by Virat Kohli, and I was a marketing intern there. So we had like major marketing role. So basically, people tells that if you are doing marketing, you'll always go in sales. That is not true. I got in core marketing, where you actually prepare the strategic plans, campaign planning, how those shoots were there. I took some interviews of there at back that time we were collaborating with Sunrisers Hyderabad. So we had to collaborate with them and make the plans. We had interviews with Abhishek Sharma there. I personally took his interviews. So there was like various opportunities over there. As a marketing intern, you learn how to run campaigns and storytelling and content creations, collaborating with influencers. So I got a real head about the marketing perspective as from there, and I got internship from Christ itself.
Awesome, great. Pratibha, what about you?
I got internship through connections. I did my internship at Ashok Leyland. I did get through internship from Christ also. I got into Aditya Birla, but I didn't want it was a marketing internship, so I just wanted to work in a business analytics vertical. So I went to Ashok Leyland, and the internship was really good. Like I get to experience the actual work environment of business analytics and how they function, and it was very much relating with my college concepts, and I could grasp a few, and it was like, no, I'm in a different world. I didn't feel that way. So that way Christ was very helpful for me to adapt. I didn't see any difference between being in Christ and being in office culture. That way I could sense the difference in my
Christ does
uh,
that really well. It's always like corporate from the
yeah,
day one.
Christ was overwhelming after coming to UG, from directly from UG to Christ. Adapting to Christ culture was difficult for me in the initial days, but from Christ to corporate for 2 months, it was like it was very easy for me.
Okay. Something about internships, I feel like, as even Vignesh showed, maturity, you get plenty of opportunities for internships, as even how Pooja got placed at Ron, for marketing and even finance sometimes. But I feel like comparatively, it's way lesser for LOS and business analytics, because since it's based on the IT companies, they don't come for an internship shorter for like 2-3 months because the project itself expands.
Correct.
So we had to fetch it on our own, and I myself had to. I tried going through connection, but I was not landing on a role that I wanted to, because your SIP also helps you to align with your placements. So to be honest, I applied for more than 50 jobs, cold emails and everything, and I got into one of the company where I actually worked as a business analyst in finance domain, as even what Pratibha told in a previous thing.
Yes.
So it was a great exposure to me. So if you are taking these technical specializations such as BA or LOS, right, you have to start grinding for your internship anywhere between 2 months before or even 3 months before. Start networking, connect with the right people, and then apply.
Got it. Vignesh.
so for HR in specific, I think as Rahul also said, a few companies came in where I personally got it from the college. So Lucius came in for HR, I got into Licious. But then the other downside is that in HR, the team, any company, if you take a HR team has only less people, right? And the same goes with the hiring also, right? So they only need one or two people from any company they come in. That's the same case if you take it for internships or with the placements, right? So that's the only one downside that I see. But then other than that, HR internships are pretty easy to get even in the market, right? You have one or the other HR jobs that are, for an internship sake, not for a job sake, I would say. For an sake of an internship, yes, there are high chances that you'll get. And definitely, if you reach out to the faculties are they were industry professionals, right? So they have amazing connections and they will help you. Okay, that thing I can vouch for, right? In being in HR, you will not go, haywire searching for an internship. You will be sorted for that.
Wow, that's great. Now, guys, ever since the start of this podcast that we are shooting, we guys have been talking all great stuff about Christ, right? Like, okay, the faculty is amazing, the crowd is really good, mentorship is there, and everything, the replacements, internships, sab kuch, ROI is great, fees is less. We have, we are able to recover our money well and all that. But the reality is not everything is perfect. And for all those people who are watching and making an informed decision, I also want you to tell me what are the downsides or what are the things that you guys personally did not like. I know it's very subjective in nature, like maybe somebody did not like the South Indian food, somebody that did not like the strictness or whatever it is. Even though I'm pretty sure when you guys gave me your reasoning of joining Christ, you were very clear of what you were looking for, and that's why you were happy, and that's why I think you signed up for a podcast like this. But tell me, what are the warnings you would like to give to your juniors who might be joining there, or what is it something that you expected कि ये मिलेगा but नहीं मिला, like I wanted to eat butter chicken but dal makhni दे दिया. So what was it like that you were thinking, and so some negatives, some cons, some warnings that you would like to share with your juniors?
Sacrifice your weekends, willing to sacrifice national holidays for attending workshop. It is for your good, but you will be already in a hectic full of classes whole week, and you will be asked to come at 8 o'clock at Sunday for a class. And it is for a good thing, but you have to be prepared for being available on holidays and not planning to go hometown and all. And because it is like, it is more of a similar to a residential program, like most of your holidays is taken for your sake and for your preparedness, also in terms of workshop, in terms of mock GDPI, everything. They keep everything in terms of holidays. So weekends don't expect, especially during your after your specialization.
So I face like I was from Delhi. I'm from Delhi. So basically, I had a lot of issue with the uniform. I was like, I am not carrying the dupatta permanently here. So even if you're writing exam, you have to carry your dupatta. You can't just put it on the table also. So you have to wear it and write it. Right now, I'm like used to it. I don't care. But at that time, initial days, I was like, come on, I'm doing masters. Please give it a rest.
ये
And
दिल्ली
yeah,
वाले
so
वैसे
that was
रूल्स
one
मानते
major
नहीं है ना
issue
ज्यादा,
for me. हाँ,
isn't it?
people don't like. I didn't know back then, so I was like, okay, सूट ही तो पहनना है, इतना क्या होगा? But that actually evolved, and now I don't like really care about what I'm wearing,
You get
because
used to
yeah, there's other things to care about. And Christ is like, so on weekends, if you talk about, we went to this one place called Zoho House, and there is a collaboration with a blockchain and all that. So managerial position people were there. So on Sunday, I went there to promote a event of Christ as well. So they're like, "You're from where? Like, are you working somewhere?" I was like, "No, I'm in first years of my MBA Christ." And they're like, Why you here? I mean, why are you here?" So they were like very surprised that even on Sundays you're not partying, which is a very good thing. But then you're again, thinking about your career. So that's what like Christ built in you. So that's one thing.
Yes, something about the other false side of Christ. I guess Vignesh can relate to this because since we were working, right, my work timings used to start anywhere between 11:30 12, where आराम से उठ के मैं जाता था, and coming to Christ 8:20, yeah, 8:25 you have to be in the class. So if not, your attendance will get cut, and you have to maintain 85%. And I thought, seeing my UG colleges and stuff, no, there will be a loophole somewhere where I can get past, where I can probably pay some money for if I have attendance shortage, and kam ho jayega, jugaad ho jayega. But in terms of attendance and in some terms of regulations, Christ is very strict. They will make you run around. They will put a pause on whatever you're doing if you don't abide by those regulations. And for me to get hold, in fact, in the first week of Christ itself, my attendance dropped around 55%. And I got called into the counseling room for that, what's going on, and I had to pick it up from there. So if you're not adjusted to this discipline routine, Christ will impart it.
So if you ask me, after working in corporate, see, nowadays in no corporate, there's something called a dress code, right? So in Christ, you have to wear a tie. That's for sure. Okay. If you're first year, second year, anything, you have to wear a tie. And your ID card is more important than you yourself. Every day you come into college, the same watchman will see your thopda. ठीक है, वही सड़ा हुआ चेहरा देखता है, बट भाई बिना आईडी कार्ड के वो बोलता है हम नहीं पहचानते तुमको. I don't know who you are. Just go out, get your ID card and come back. ID card बहुत मतलब it's like a lifeline to you. Okay, in Christ. And then formal shoes, no jeans, full, you have to be tucked in and anything. So obviously if you're wearing a tie, you have to come in a full short formals, full sleeves. There's no concept of half sleeves, guys. So any guy who is coming to Christ University, please don't buy half sleeve t-shirts, half sleeve shirts. काम नहीं चलेगा उससे. Okay, buy a full, because see, when I came to Christ, I really didn't know why ki full sleeve पहनना पड़ेगा. I got a couple of half shirts which are just lying around in my cupboard still now. Okay, so please don't buy that. Even if you roll up your sleeve, they'll make you roll it down. That's the only one thing which I couldn't really relate कि भाई हाँ है corporate culture कुछ अलग है. एंड इधर कुछ अलग है. वो एक चीज गैप ब्रिज करते करते मेरा एक साल चल गया. So that one thing I feel is too stricter on the side. But yeah, see, in the day of the interview, any which ways, once you're going for an interview to the company wants you to be groomed in a specific way. And if you ask any company for that sake who comes into Christ, the one thing that they say specifically is Christ's grooming is really good, right? So
No, I
people are
fully
groomed in
agree with
such a
that.
way.
Because I guys, the cycle that you guys are going through, I've been through that cycle. So when we were at Christ as well, we used to be like, इसका क्या जरूरत है, क्या है, क्या नहीं है, and it's better to be in a chill place, chill environment, wear the clothes that we want. After a while, we started realizing that it's good that they have this dress code. Otherwise, buying most expensive t-shirts and jeans every single day will be a headache. And now, I mean, for girls also, we used to think पहले first year में आते थे तो पूरा makeup वेकअप लगा के ये वो, and after 1 month or so you would just see them in like जैसे बस बेड से उठ के ही आ गए, and it's just fine, like nobody really cares about it. So that is good. And definitely I think Christ really grooms you well. Personality to whether you compare yourself with anybody, I think you really stand up there when it comes to communication skills, the way that you talk, the way that you present, and I think Christ has a lot to do with it. Now guys, usual other doubts, and I'm going to be very like a rapid fire sort of a thing. Other doubts that I've gotten from students, number one is around the whole residential thing, right? Like Christ has its hostels, and there are PGs outside, and there are apartments. What is it that you guys are doing, and what is it that you would recommend, Pooja?
So I will definitely not recommend Christ Hostel because it's really hectic. I think Vignesh would give a good light on that because he himself was there in for first year, I think. So that's really hectic. And being the college itself hectic and the hostel being super hectic, it's not, you can't just go with. So right now I'm in PG, which has like a timing in and out. So I'm pretty chill with that. Plus, it's very close. Even in like Christ College, you have various choices of PGs and all, and you can get in easily in the budget as well as with everything. Around SG Palya only, there's a less area SG Palya. So around 1 kilometer area, I think that's a pretty much great walk you can do with Christ. So yeah, that's
Got it. Pratibha, what about you? Same thing?
Yeah, I would suggest PG because Christ Hostel and the timings are like even Sunday you have to get up at 9 and go punch in and then go sleep. And those strict rules, I mean, on a Sunday, come on, you wake up at 10, 11, you have to go and punch in. I would suggest PG, and I stay 200 to 50 meters from college. So 8 o'clock, even if I'm late, if I get up at 8 o'clock, I'll be at 8:29 in class. So
Got it.
that is
Okay.
Great.
I thought I wouldn't get my turn to answer this question because you know the
Oh, so I
localite.
forgot. I
So
just skipped my mind. Yeah, but you're a localite, so you stay at home and you say 5 kilometers
I,
away
I
from Christ.
totally got it because let's say in a week there's 7 days, right? I stay with my friend's house itself. In fact, this is also my friend's house, and I'm here on a
Okay.
Sunday.
Wow.
So because you know the Bangalore traffic is pretty messed up, and there itself it drains out 45 minutes to 1 hour, and sometimes I'm just not ready to do that. So I have friends who have lived in Christ Hostel, even PGs in near the backside or their own place. So I would recommend that if you have a person who you know that you can share the place with, so you can split the rent, and that will be most beneficial and most comfortable, I feel,
Yes,
in
and
terms of
cost
curfew
effective also, but it's
timing.
just that the headache that you take of managing the maid and the food and electricity, Wi-Fi,
Yes,
all that. But that's Vignesh,
yes.
everyone's waiting for your experience. Why you stayed in the hostel at Christ? How was it?
Oh yeah. I don't know if anybody of here had an experience of boarding school,
I
but
did.
then Christ Hostel gave me that experience, and that too like a military school. I'll tell you why. Morning 8:30 you have to be in college. अरे कॉलेज का अटेंडेंस छूट जाएगा कुछ नहीं होगा भाई. हॉस्टल का अटेंडेंस छूट गया ना you have to pay fine.
Okay, and
ठीक
how
है.
much is the fine?
It varies. Okay, you get first five chances. Okay, first five chances you need not to pay anything. Then you pay 1 rupee for the next three chances. Then it goes up to 200, 300, 500,000.
अरे ठीक
किन
है
किन
भाई
लोगों का
इतना
तो
तो
अकाउंट रखा है उन्होंने. People have accounts. I'll tell you literally, people have accounts of 15,000, 20,000 fine.
damn.
Not even joking about it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one thing. And when you're coming back to the hostel, okay, there are two gates to enter, right? The back gate closes at 9 p.m. sharp. The last punching time inside is, and that's not a finger punch, it's a face punch. You have to be there.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like पीछे वाला गेट 9 बजे को बंद हो गया. You have to walk, not walk, you have to run 1.5 kilometers to the front gate. ऐसे घूम के जाना पड़ेगा. फिर वहां से एंट्री होती है 9:25 तक. ठीक है. Then again you have to trade back some 800, 900 meters to the back gate because the hostel is near the back gate.
I know, I know, I
आप
know.
उन वॉचमैन से भीख भी मांग लो, वो कभी नहीं खोलेगा.
I
मरते
know.
रास्ते भी नहीं खोलेगा.
I've
वो
stayed in that
बोलेगा
hostel
सामने
as
से
well.
आओ.
I've stayed in that hostel, so
वो
I
बोलेगा
can very
सामने
well
से आओ.
understand. पूरा ऐसी पाला घूम के आना पड़ेगा वापस फिर that was.
ऐसा घूम के बोलता है आ जाओ इधर से आओ. फिर वहां से ऐसे जान पकड़ के भाग भाग के आओगे. 9:30 हो गया. हॉस्टल में नो पंच. इवन इफ यू आर देयर इन द हॉस्टल, द वार्डन सीज यू आई ऑन आई एंड ही सेज you did not punch. It's a fine for you. Arey bhai. While this is the first hostel that I see where the warden comes to you while you're signing in. He gives you a sheet of paper, tells you to read those instructions, and then he'll say, ये लेना है, ये अपने खुद के रिस्क पे ले रहे हो. ठीक है. उसके बाद कंप्लेन नहीं करने का.
That's it. I'll tell you whatever Vignesh was saying has happened with my batchmates also who were staying in Christ hostels and all that. But one of the good things is now again I'm not trying to protect वो rules तो हैं ही है, but is I think you make great friends in the hostel and the great memories. Like
Exactly.
running
That's true.
around this
That's true.
thing वगैरह ये सब मतलब PG life is comfortable, apartment life is also comfortable, but जो ये hostel वाली चीज होती है it's a different anecdotes altogether, different conversations. मतलब I wouldn't recommend Christ hostel because Christ hostel is super strict, but in general मतलब लाइफ में मेरे को लगता है सबको एक बार तो हॉस्टल रहना चाहिए because I mean I was in a boarding school
हॉस्टल
for
में
8 years.
रहना चाहिए.
So I also feel कि जो bond बना है ना boarding school में in like the strict environment that's really good. Guys, just again on routine, I understand. I think your classes start at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, then go up till 6 p.m. sometimes. And after that, you are busy with your assignments, everything, and then that ways. So yeah, I think it's pretty much it. This is what the questions that I had in my mind. So guys, thank you so much. I know that I had only asked 25-30 minutes, and I think this has become like a 1 hour long thing. But thank you so much for your time to do this. I'm pretty sure this will be very beneficial to all the people. Now, to all the people who are watching this, if you find this content good, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment below if you have any doubts, question, queries. I'll be more than happy to reply. Guys, please check the link in the description below for my personal guidance and doubt clearing session, for my interview preparation 101, for my decoding micro presentation sessions. In case you want to prepare for micro presentations, interviews, or you want to get career clarity, I'll be more than happy to help. Guys, I wish you all the best. Wish you best for your internships. I mean, for your placements, and I hope you guys get the best of the packages. I'll see you all super soon again. Take care, guys.